Hello, my name's Julie from Salessewunique, and I will pop all the links down below where you can find me on social media. I am most active on Instagram. I have a website and I have an Etsy shop. And welcome to episode 51. Well, I hope everybody's well. I hope you've managed to get a little bit of crafting done this week since I last spoke to you all. I've actually managed to get a bit of crafting done myself this week. I've had a bit of a quieter week this week, which is good, because last week it was pretty hectic. The weather here it's actually been very, very warm over last week, and when it's too hot, I really don't spend much time in the garden at all. So there's no weeding being done or anything, and we could do doing a bit of weeding. And also, Kevin was working more hours last week, so he wasn't coming in till probably 10 o'clock, maybe a bit later really. So I had to do all the watering myself last week, so that took a little bit of doing, because obviously we've had no rain here for quite a while. So I emptied the water barrel in the garden, so then I had to come into the house with the watering can, which is not good. Heavy carrying that in and out, and of course I have to keep the kitchen door shut to keep the cats in the house. So that watering the garden took me absolutely ages, and sort of by Thursday I think Kevin was in a bit early, and I said to him, it's your turn, you're going to have to deal with it now. And of course then he was out with Adele on Saturday, so yes, he had a bit of a few jobs to do on the Sunday really to catch up. But as you'll have seen from some of the pictures at the start of the episode, I didn't put actually any video in of the garden, because when I took the pictures this morning, the wind was terrible. So all the flowers were bobbing around all over the place. And my two David Austin roses, they've lost nearly all the petals, which is such a shame because they were so nice. But the greenhouses are at the bottom of the garden, and they are standing up to the wind, which is really, really good. So yes, so the garden, yes, all the veggies are actually starting to spring into life now. You'll have seen, obviously, like I say, from the footage beforehand, I've actually found 2 tomatoes. On all my plants I've got 2 tomatoes, that's it. One of the courgette plants is started producing courgettes. I think there's 3 on there at the minute. The apple tree's got a few little apples on, which is great, because I wasn't sure if it was going to produce any fruit this year, but I'm really pleased it's starting to produce. The runner beans, the green runner beans, are dwarf plants. Now, when I first planted these a few years ago, I think they were like about 12 inches tall, which is 30 centimetres. And this year, they're probably not even 10 inches. So they're really small. And I've got 1 or 2 beans on. So you couldn't actually go and pick enough beans for a meal. They're not producing that many, not at the minute. But the purple beans are coming on. I think they're dwarf as well, actually. But they are slightly bigger, which is good. Never had purple beans before, so I'm looking forward to them, because I do like nice fresh runner beans in a salad. They're really nice and tasty and crunchy. What else have I got? I got quite a few weeds growing, I must admit. But the lettuce are coming along in their little pots, so that's good. The granddaughter will be pleased when she comes to see them. But the tomato plants in the greenhouse, I don't think there's any sign of any tomatoes there yet. But all the courgettes that are in tubs seem to be coming along. They've got some flowers on, some haven't yet, but I'm hoping we get some. So yeah, so basically that's all that's sort of happened in the garden this week. Not a lot really. Like I said, it's been a little bit too warm, and some of the plants have been suffering a little bit. Also this week I had to descale the thermopot, which I have to admit I haven't done it for quite a while, and I think it's probably going to need another go. But it's fairly clean at the minute. A lot of the scale's gone, but that's a job in itself. I mean, once you turn that off and you put your acetic acid in, it's a 70-minute job, and then you've got to flush it through, and then you've got to refill it, let it boil again, and flush it through to clean it all out. So, yes, it took the best part of an afternoon and early evening till I could have a cup of tea. So it's back on and running because it's been off for a week now, and I didn't have a cup of tea at home at all last week because, like I said, it was just too hot. But I'm back on my cups of tea now, and it's really nice because the weather has cooled down. We still have a bit of sun, but it keeps coming cloudy. But I can definitely drink my tea now, which is good. Also, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and make a cup of tea, but I'm going to try one of my Bird and Blend teas, and I'll let you know what I think to it. And I'm back with my cup of tea. I've drunk some of it, but it's one without milk. And the packet I've chosen this time is Enchanted Narnia. Now, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that, but how pretty is that? And this one is Turkish Delight Brew with magical rose and creamy cacao. So you've got rosebuds, cacao shell, rose petals, lemongrass and raspberry leaves. So yeah, and you don't have milk with this one. I'm not really sure on this whether it's going to be, whether I'm going to have any more, to be honest. I think it doesn't really taste that much of anything, but you might get an aftertaste. It's slightly, I think it's a little bit bitter. So this is not one I don't think I'll be drinking again. No, it's just not my thing, this one. All the ones I've had up to now have been lovely, right up my street, but not this one. But I will finish this off. Now I've made it. I don't know. Never mind. Right, well, I've been crafting quite a lot this week. Just have to excuse me a second while I get my pattern. As you know, I was doing the cross stitch along Laurie Holt's. That's the picture. Well, you know, I started it a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I think, I don't know. I have got as far as that. Now, I haven't done any work on this for well over a week now, and I'm not loving it, not at all. And it's not the cross stitch. I love the cross stitch. It's the Ada. It's the Ada that's doing it. It looks too wishy-washy to me. It's not standing out as much as what I'd hoped for. So I think that's going to go away. I'm not going to bother with that anymore. No, and I think what I'm going to do is wait until I go to work this week, and I'm going to have a look and see if I've got any scraps of cream or white 14 count Ada, which I think I have got some. And then I'm going to start again. Then I think I'll be happy, and I will probably be able to do a lot more. But like I say, it was that Ada. That's all that's put me off. I find when I'm sat down at night, I've got my magnifier glass on and the light on, and it's bright enough, but the colour seems to just disappear into the fabric. It's not easy to stitch with, or I'm not finding it easy to stitch with. So that's in the naughty corner now, and I'm going to start afresh tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. I knew I should have waited. Anyhow, crochet I think now. Well, as you know, I started a crochet blanket using Sheepy's cotton katona in 4-ply, and last week I'd got quite a few squares crocheted, and I've got some white yarn, and I'm actually just about used up all the white yarn that I'd bought. And luckily a lovely viewer got in touch with me through Instagram last week and let me know that Wool Warehouse had got some white snow or whatever it's called, white katona in Vorplay in stock. So I think it was Friday that I ordered 200 grams of it, because I know if I've got any spare I'll use it, and it's just come today, which is really good. So there'll be no stopping me now. So thank you very much for letting me know. I really do appreciate that. So what I've been doing this week, I haven't actually crocheted any more squares, because I've got in my bag 34 squares. So that means I've got 30 squares to finish off with the white edging, stitch them together, and then stitch them into the blanket, which that's what I've done this week. So I've spent quite a bit of time on this week, and it's looking really nice. So I've got half a blanket, so I'm really pleased at that. So another 5 weeks and I'll have finished, if I can do 10 squares and do the border and get them all stitched together, which I'm going to try and do at least this first week anyhow. See how I get on. I just need to make sure I make some time in my day to sit down and do this. But I am loving the colours. It feels lovely, and there's going to be a little bit of weight to it. So yeah, so that's what's kept me busy for most of this week. So it's been lovely because I can sit on the settee and either watch TV. What have I been watching this week? Well, I watched a Marvel film. Oops, my chair's gone funny. I watched a Marvel film the other day. I think it's one of the new ones. You know, I can't think what it's called now. If I can remember, I'll put down below what it was, but I really enjoyed it because I haven't watched a Marvel film for a long time. And I've been watching Lie to Me, which I really like that because it's sort of, well, I won't say it's just murder mysteries, but there's always something going on because they're trained. They read faces, so it's micro expressions, and it's really good. It used to be on the TV years ago, probably 90s I should say, and I don't know, we only saw a few episodes and they kept repeating them. So I've actually watched the full series. I think it's series 1, there was a lot of episodes in it, so I've watched that, so I'm hoping there's some more to come. And what else have I been watching? I don't know. I think I'm going to have to write these down next time because I can't remember what I've been watching. A few things. I've been catching up on some vlogs and things that I watch, so that keeps me company while I've been doing my crochet, which yeah. So it's really nice to see it growing. So I'm really pleased with that. So I've got to fold this up now, put it back in my big bag so it's away from the cats, because they think it's for them and it's not. Right, well, the next section is going to be quilting. As you know, I've been doing the Granny's Garden quilt by Laurie Holt. Love her work. And I've actually managed to do 4 squares this week, so I'm really pleased at that. So this is row 3 that I'm doing, and I think I've got another 2 squares to do on row 3, which I'm hoping to get done next week. Then I will put all the sashing pieces on, and then I can join it together. And then with these that I'm showing you today, I'll have a full row, so I'm looking forward to that. Now I will put a little clip in probably here of me stitching one of these squares. It's not this one, it's probably the last one I'm going to show you. So this is, I love these fabrics, they're really nice. I mean, none of them are perfect. I know I've got a little bit wonky, but you know, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I like that one. And the next one, and some of these squares, they do actually take quite a while to do, especially this one. You've got all these, you've got like 8 colours there, but the way it's put together is really, really good. But yeah, they do take a while. So I try not to rush. And I have missed out a layer here because it was a scallop layer, but it's a small scallop. And going round scallops are not very easy, so I think no, I'll leave that. I don't want it looking a mess. But no, I love the colours, all the fabrics go well together. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. I think this is probably one of my favourites. I love the sort of dressed and plate look. And then the next one, that's another flower. And the centre, if you can see that, you've got your welly boot, a glove and a trowel. So I think that goes well with that flower. Yeah. And the last one, this is the one I've showed a sort of bit of a video clip on it. But that was nice. That was nice to do. Sometimes I get a little bit stuck when I'm going around the curve. Sort of when I get round to here, I have to stop and start a bit. But yeah, we get there. This is going to look lovely on the bed, and I can't wait until it's finished. Right, so that's all for the quilting this week. So yes. And now I'm going to pop into the garden. I think I'm going to pick some rhubarb and make a crumble for tonight's tea. Because it's sort of, well, it's tea time now, so Kevin's due in soon. So I'm going to go and put something on for tea. I'm not sure what we're having. So I might put the oven on tonight, do a couple of crumbles, and I don't know, I'll see if I've got time to make something else. So if I do any cooking or any baking, I will put that in at the end of the vlog so you can see what I've been doing. Oh yes, I'm going to do a bit of rhubarb jam tonight as well. So I'll probably just share a picture of what I've done. But yeah, so that's probably about it for today. I think what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to go and, while I'm out in the garden, I'm going to go and pick some mint and some parsley and some chives, and I'm going to get the dehydrator on and start sort of powdering the herbs up now. And obviously also we can have some fresh mint tea as well. So I've never done this before, so this is the first time I will be doing it. So I'm hoping it works okay. So I'll share that little bit of progress with you, but like I say, I'll put that in at the end. So I'm just going to say thank you for joining me this week. Thank you for taking time out of your day to share with me. I hope you've enjoyed the vlog. Yeah, so leave me some comments down below. It's lovely to hear from you, and let me know what you think, and I will see you all again next week. So I hope everybody has a good week, and I hope it's not too warm for you, because I think the weather around here has changed. I think we're in for a bit more rain. So yeah, so take care everyone, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.